for example, the
Lord
monastery
have
would be one
mercy.
for sure, give a high status position to come. The internet has been wondering on the earworm. I need all of you to promise. Question: did you know there was
Hey y'all. Clearly I'm on TikTok. Welcome. Check this in. Today 90. Why not just it is day 19, but I just said day 90 with my whole dress. Y'all, I'm sleepy. I'm so sleepy. Yes, it's 3:30 in the afternoon where I'm at. But I've been up early working. I did my oil change myself for the first time today. And Lord, it gave me so much stress. I didn't get to do the whole thing because my little stupid ass oil filter won't come off. I need a little special tool for that. But I did swap out all the oil. I did take my car up with little wraps I bought. I recorded all of that. So at some point, hopefully y'all be able to see it because, I'm going to do this lifestyle content, I suppose. Um, right now, I need to transfer all my domains off of one host so that I can cancel my original host. The host that I started with way back when got bought out by Bluehost, and I've been with them. When did I start my blog? 2009? Yeah, was it 2009? Somewhere around there. Many moons ago, over a decade ago, and it was great. It was like this really cool startup hosting company, and they use wind power for like power in their server system, like their places that they house their service and everything. So like you paying for it is like supposed to help and like lessen the carbon footprint, blah 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 blah. But apparently, like last year, sometimes they got bought out by Bluehost, which is this mega conglomerate company, just eating little smaller companies up. And the crazy thing is I actually moved all of my main domains off of there because they just couldn't handle the traffic that my sites were bringing in. But I stayed with them because I like the pricing, I like the mission or whatever. And I had my my main LLC, which is just like a portfolio site, for my digital production company over there and like one other site. Now I just need to move those two sites over to the host that I bought. Like I'm with SiteGround now. I've been with them I think maybe for like 3 years. They're a little bit expensive, but they handle everything. Like I don't gotta do a god dang on thing when it comes to like managing my servers and making sure my site stays up. Like one of the biggest things with my old company was like my site used to go down so much because I was doing so much. And bringing in so much traffic. And now I'm like, they're trying to charge me $300, and I only have the two sites over there, and I have the very smallest like hosting plan. Like y'all are trying it, and I'm already paying $100 a month for SiteGround, which is actually really great because on SiteGround I have 15 websites that I host there for $100 a month. It's great. Sites don't go down. I don't have no damn issues. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm migrating my two sites so I can cancel the hosting with Fat Cow. Hey Angela. Um yeah, it's just like it feels like a life admin day today. Like I was supposed to change my spark plugs too, but because I was having so many issues with that damn oil filter, I was like, I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm tired of being under this car. Even though I could do the spark plugs from the top. Like I'm done. Cut the show. Take me off. But I'm glad I did get to swap out my oil at least and reset that little thing. Oh, I need to put something in my calendar so I know that I changed my oil today. And I'm trying to get on top of it. And I'm also just trying to be very fiscally wise. I got a couple projects that I want to fund. So that means I got to go into super budget mode because I got to pay for these shits myself. Okay. Email sent, please see. Okay, I got it. Okay, I got the authorization code. So like, you receive the authorization code, confirm use with the new registrar. Okay, so Okay, they're not gonna walk me through the transfer process. Cool. Let me just figure it out over here on my own. All right. New website existing. Continue. We already have record of this site. This domain. Make sure it's not used for part domain. Hey, y'all already have it on here? No, y'all don't. It's not on my list. Oh, wait, it's there. I moved that in 20. Bitch. So y'all charge me for a site that I've been moved. So VNLC is the literally only site there. I'm thinking I got 2 sites over there. Y'all, I got 1. Yes, we ended this shit today. Child, people don't realize what goes into a presence online. And I am a big, like, you should have a website. It doesn't have to be as expensive as what mine is. Again, I like have a bunch of websites, so it winds up working out for me. I definitely think people should have websites in addition to social media because you actually own your website versus um, social media, you don't really own it. Like you're borrowing space on, the platform's site or server and cultivating an audience, which is cool and all. But when they decide to kick your ass off, then it becomes a problem. Um, See, this is why I'm on that. Okay. Maybe I might need to call them because this is saying one thing and that is not the case. So, mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm just trying to. Can't actually show you this because it's got a bunch of like billing information on there. So that's what I'm doing right now, transferring these websites over so that I can close my account before they try to charge me. You all said your website has been successfully created. All you need to do now is initiate the migration of your WordPress following the same steps. Download this plugin. Once you have activated the plugin, use this token. I'm very confused. But we just gonna keep following the damn steps. Bruh, I don't remember. What is this password? It's not it. That ain't it either. I don't know what this password is. At this point, it really don't even matter because what I have up there, I can recreate very quickly. Like, I'm not pressed actually about that. Honestly. Bear with me, y'all. It seems like I have major problems. Child. I always got something, and it's because it's just me, so I have to do everything for myself. Just someone who can please note that our agent. Okay, great. So they gonna cancel because I don't know if I did it correctly. But yes, I always got something going on. But it's also a blessing. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm cursed or anything. Oh, I need a new. I broke my freaking lens, and I need to take this to a photo place, see if they can fix it. But two, I need to order this 16mm lens that I really, really want. It would be so helpful. But yes, I got a bunch of things going on. So I still have to do the damn spark plugs, but the oil change is done. I actually am going to be switching on my oxygen sensor because I still have my original car my mom got me for graduation. I'm keeping it and I'm riding it until the wheels fall off because I live in LA and it's a Honda Accord, so it rides great. And I don't have no car note. But I'm like learning to do more things myself because even like the mechanics are trying to text like crazy. Like the oil change, it takes 15-20 minutes, but it costs like $120 sometimes. Such and such. Um, I should have called, but I don't even know if they still have like phone service. People have been phasing that shit out lately. I did this like little commercial for my site or for my company a few years ago. That's the end of it. And it auto plays on my website. I'm so proud of it. It's gonna restart. Y'all just can't hear the well, maybe I can. I don't know, maybe you can't hear the sound on the site. No, because I can't hear it right now. So it'd be silent. Maybe I should show it on YouTube. Whatever. I'm talking with the little people, so but I was very proud of this. When we first made it, I was like so proud of this. It's like all this different footage that I shot or like shot myself or directed or produced. Okay, restart it. This oh thank you. These damn people talking about trying to give me the reason why well with pricing costs for the server. I don't give a shit of why you want to raise the price. I ain't paying the five. Well, I can look into some other offers for you, ma'am. I don't need you to look into other offers for me. Please cancel me before I flip something over. Well, I'm in my own house, so I'm gonna flip something over in my own house. But like, please don't get cussed out in this chat. This is absolutely insane. Okay. Google. What? Where is... Because y'all are trying it. Mm-mm-mm. Lord have mercy. This button won't listen to what I asked. It's the most annoying thing. Also, AT&T, like, AT&T be on my list because I called in to them. I switched from T-Mobile to them because they're supposed to, like, not raise your rates and whatever. Cool. And T-Mobile's pissed me off, so I said them. But now all of a sudden my plan is like $15 more than what it was before. So I call in, and then they get trying to sell me on internet and sell me on this and sell me on that. Damn, I'm calling in unhappy with the service I'm receiving at the price that I'm receiving it at because y'all ain't increased nothing about what I'm receiving, but you want to increase the damn price, and you're trying to sell me before you provide me any goddamn answers and or fixing my damn problem. Have you lost your mind? I'm not buying shit else from y'all. You better hope I don't cancel on this call. You don't do what I asked you to do. They be trying it. supposed to be checking in Google. Because why is this? App Store Play. No, I know this live is starting very boring, but I'm not doing nothing but adult life shit right now or today. I thought about going live while I was doing the oil change, but I was like, Lord, that's too much for me to process without showing where I live and all that. No. This lady is acting like she's slow and it's pissing me off. This is also why I should have called. Okay, so this thing is being hella weird. I cannot seem to get into this, which is also very weird. Oh, look at that. All right. shit is weird. I didn't even realize I had all of this set up back here. Oh, because I have, okay, now I get it. Because I have it set up like a multi-site. Oh, yeah. This is literally a bunch of like nerdy shit I'm doing, y'all. Downloads. This person. Swear anything. What are you up to today, Angela? Oh, I should do it as the whole thing. I'm gonna do the whole thing. Hopefully it just works. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Migration token. Okay, I did just have that. What is that? Migration token. That. Okay, what the hell is this thing doing? I put the little migration token in here. This thing is just resetting. Why is it doing that? Yo, this was the worst time for me to go live because I'm literally just like troubleshooting this damn. All right, this thing is saying. Oh, because the multi-site. Bruh. At this point, I'm also like, I just reinstalled a multi-site on another one. Like, I'm not too pressed. I don't have too much built into this thing. I don't believe. Like WooCommerce. All this is out of date. Like, yes, I can just like build myself again because I don't even have much here from what I can tell. I can just do another multi-site install. Okay, thanks. All right, another thing. Checked off the damn list. You love this for me. Got my tires checked yesterday. Y'all, they had to replace. I took my car in for where I got my tires. They had to replace the little thing that you put the air in, like that you connect the little thing to, because it was wearing down. I was like, that happens in tires, and I just got those. I did the oil change. Did that. I've not unpacked my luggage. Womp womp. I gotta send power of attorney. What I need to do now. That is done. I was just thinking about this though. I came across this girl on TikTok, of course, because that's where I'm at all my life, all my days. And she was talking about how all the little lifestyle vloggers and girlies are like all like 20 something. And she's like, we're the 30 somethings who are creating content because I can want to support them all I want, but they are still children and they're living life as children in a lot of ways. And I want to see people dealing with real stuff. And I was just like, that is such a reminder right now. Like, I really should be vlogging. All of this regular stuff. Like you said, I always got a project every damn day. And it be life stuff. It just be like meal prepping and like planning to keep myself alive for the week. And I do a lot myself because I've been taught a lot. Like, my dad's taught me quite a bit. So I'll be like fixing stuff. Like, one thing I'm about to do, I think, is replace all of my plugs in my apartment because they all loose. So when you plug something in, it just hang a little bit. It's not snug as it used to be. And I'm thinking about doing that. I'm like, oh, that could be something. And it's different. Um, that's the stuff that other people, I guess, are wanting to see. Because I ain't gonna hold you. I follow a bunch of little 20 somethings that got their little paper up because they content creators, and I love them. Like, they tricking off and doing all types of stuff, living a little luxury life. But it's like, girl, I can only watch you go to Target so many times. You go to Target every day. You go to Home Goods every day. Like, what else are you doing? Because my days don't look like that. I go to Target kind of often, whatever, and Trader Joe's, of course, regularly. But I also am changing my oil on a random ass Monday. Like, I need y'all to do something else. Child, a blessing and a curse. My father is a funny guy. Um, and he instilled all that in me, and it was not by choice at first. Because this isn't working. She's so. Oh, and I need to get this bottom freaking patio garden together because while I was gone, one of my little stacks fell over, messed up my damn spinach plant. I had a strawberry in there that's like still surviving, but I gotta figure out how I'm gonna keep it. And then I got a zucchini plant that's like growing like crazy. Maybe I'll do that next. That seems like it'll be a little bit interesting to watch. Because this is boring, I know y'all. I know it's very boring. But it gotta be done. Okay? It got to be done. Only thing is, I want to make sure. I look like I feel like they all feel like they're dull moments, but I guess you're right. I'm always doing some shit. Oh, it didn't install yet because I don't think it transferred yet. That's why I need this to transfer. What is the problem? You don't mean it's not pointing. Okay. Oh, so y'all working on the back end. Okay, perfect. Well, I can do that part. That part is easy. Y'all ain't say nothing but a word. Boom. Like, wait, where's the DNS? Let's edit that. And then I can just change. May take 72 hours. You've already changed your name servers. You can click refresh. Okay, that is done. Email accounts. I gotta definitely recreate this so I don't have no issues. Create. And then child, and this thing talking about is about to die. Hey. Damn, I'm gonna have to go and redo this in my damn Gmail account. Um, all right. So, okay, that is getting moved. In the meantime, in between time, gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. That's gonna take freaking 5 to 7 days. Okay, cool. I thought it was gonna happen immediately, but no. Okay, great. All right, let me just on this end. Let me just pull this real quick. All right, so then I guess this is done because all of that stuff has to propagate in the background. Only other thing is I want to see um if the what the hell, that's not right. Not user default payment invalid. Because I have taken it off of here, you also are getting no more money from me. Not another dime. Not another dime. Ain't nothing there. Hey, Zinga. I'm not doing clearing out all these emails. Whatever's in them, I don't really give a damn. I am doing mundane right now, which is canceling one host and migrating all of my stuff over to another hosting provider. But I've been using this hosting provider um, for a while, like 2 or 3 years already, and I just was maintaining them both. But now I'm getting rid of my original hosting provider, which is what I started with way back when, because they recently got, or maybe like within the last year, got purchased by Bluehost, and then like 5x the pricing. So I'm like, I actually don't need you. I can just do everything all for what I'm already paying for. So that's what I'm doing right now. Um, and y'all are just looking at me do it. I'm sorry, it's very boring, but that's what's happening. Um, where's that damn girl? When was this sent? In January? Child, yeah, it's doing something. Ah, not you. That is hot in there. Come on, what you cooking for dinner? What is on the menu? All my stuff gets pulled from here, so I should be fine. It should be like no real issues. Yes. Cool beans. God, no. No, I'm not excited about All American. But I'm gonna watch it. Mm-mm-mm. What's been interesting is me trying to like plan a summer or like adjust my summer plans to all these damn new releases. So in August, Reasonable Doubt comes back. Um Bel Air, I think, comes back in August. Homecoming comes in July. Power Book 2 Ghost comes in June. Second half of Bridgerton in June. It's a bunch of other stuff. From comes back in September. I'm like, I had plans. I'm supposed to be traveling. I'm not going to stop traveling, but um, we got many shows to watch this summer. Way too many. I'm like, so is prime time not a thing anymore? Are we not doing like fall premieres? What the hell is going on? Ooh, Tikka Masada. Child, I love me some corn. I will eat corn all the damn time. Corn, rice, and black beans. Yes. Immediately, yes. All the damn time. Oh, I could record a live reactions to the Homecoming trailer. Okay, is this finished? I think this is finished. I created the domains. I moved that. Let me just go back real quick, y'all, because I will get distracted so quickly. So that's there. I need to move this domain. No, that's there. Oh, that's the code that they had just sent me, huh? Where the hell? Um, wait. Oh shit. Wait. Transfer. Oh, they emailed this to me. I do have that. I do have that. 1 second. I'm just in the wrong email. Here we go. Okay. This is the authorization code for that. Wait, why do I have to pay for it again? If I've already paid for this. What's reason about the show that Kerry Washington did? I think she's an executive producer on it, but she's not starring in it. Her show is Unprisoned. Reasonable Doubt is 1 hour dramedy. Unprisoned is a half-hour comedy, and it's hilarious. When is Unprisoned coming back on? I don't know. Oh, July. See, everything is coming back this summer. Like, why the fuck y'all think black people are not gonna be outside? We gonna be outside. Watch Reasonable Doubt. I didn't talk about it, but I was sad. But I'm also like, once I got to the end, I was just so pissed. So season 2, I'm like coming into it like, but not and like it's trash, but just and I'm annoyed. Like I'm just so annoyed, and I don't want to tell you why I'm annoyed because that's gonna be a spoiler. But I'm annoyed. I need to make some videos on it because I'm still annoyed. Like 9 months later, I'm still like, your friend was watching, telling you it was good. Listen, listen. If y'all have been watching me for any length of time, if you have been watching me for any length of time, there's already something that happens when Michael Ealy comes into the conversation. So half of the battle with them was that they got Michael Ealy there. Love that man down. I want to know where it's going for the second season. Me too. I'm like, okay, because I don't necessarily give no more. I don't give about her low key. Ziggy, you haven't watched it, so I'm really trying to step around spoilers in my like response, which means I need to make some videos so I can just get this out. And I don't give about her husband. I don't even necessarily give a shit about her kids. So I want to see where it goes to because how you gonna make me care? I'm coming to season 2, like how you gonna make me care? How you gonna make me care? I'll wait for you to make me care. Yes, he's incredible. He's truly incredible in this series. It kind of reminds you of Scandal with a twist. Yeah, it reminded me of a less stakes Scandal because this is like pedestrian ass problems. Like it's not the free world and the president. So yeah, it definitely had like a Scandal esque nature to it. But Carrie isn't in that one. I think she might be executive producer, but she's not in it. Okay, I'm gonna move on from this. I think the sites are done. I'm gonna wait 5 days to say 5 to 7 business days, and it'll be done before I check back on it. I've been needing to close loop, y'all, because if the loop is open, I get irritated. Like I get so irritated. Another new showrunner this season. Yes, I write my damn to-do list. I feel like I always have this running to-do list that just is ridiculous. And just be scratching it off. Okay. So I actually need to reach out. I didn't realize that they sent me first look images for Bel Air. Shout out to them. Shout out to 135th Street Agency. Or do they still call themselves that? Or they just call themselves 135? I'm gonna get into that, but I gotta watch the Homecoming. These are the photos they emailed me, y'all. But I gotta watch the Homecoming trailer. Okay. Come on, Jabari. Yes. Yes, we love to see it. Jess, what the hell are you doing here? Okay, okay, let me download all these. No, I don't want to download with y'all's app. Okay, great. All right, I gotta respond to them. Say thank you. Make sure I stay on the damn press list for this once they do the rollout. Maybe I'll get some interviews. I heard Bel Air didn't want to compete against Power release date. Well, they dropping a few weeks before part 2. Because what Power's going for, that don't make no damn sense. If that's what they could have waited until after. They could have waited until October if that was the case. Because Power is dropping on the 10th. Y'all, this is about to die. Power's dropping on the 10th. Or the 7th, my bad. The 7th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they dropped the week after the Power finale. And then they're going to go straight for 10. So 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Halfway through their damn season, Power's back for another 10 episodes. Their mid-season finale is going to happen on the Power premiere week because they come back like September something. Actually, the 4th week. They come back September 6th, I think. So, child, that don't make no damn sense. Yeah, anything. I don't care about the characters per se as of right now. They pissed me off too bad in the first season. But I care enough to watch the show as a whole. It was good enough to watch it as a whole. I just don't give a damn about the characters. It's kind of like where I'm at with All American right now. The only person that's holding my whole damn heart and attention is Layla, which is why I'm going so goddamn hard against Jordan Baker. Because I really care about Layla. But other than that, I don't give a damn about them damn characters. I really don't care what they got going on. Spencer, I have try you, but it's given all your life you had to fight, and you're gonna have to do that fight alone. Okay, because I'm weary. Um, yeah, Olivia, I don't. That's not my girl. Like that's y'all's girl. I think if I'm gonna be 100% honest, their toxic fandom ruined any kind of anything that I would have had for Olivia Baker. Um, just because I don't even want to be associated with liking her because I don't like her fans or her super fans. So I don't care about that character for real, for real. Asher, I think Ben served his purpose. So at this point, everything is a bonus. Don't give a damn about Jordan. Don't give a damn about Coach Kenny. Kind of give a damn about Jabari, but they don't give us enough of him. So damn sure don't give a damn about Wade. Because I give a damn about the concept as a whole. I give a damn about the show as a whole. But they're going to have to figure out a way to pull my ass back in. All right. Oh, and I need to go. I have not seen challenges yet, y'all. I need to book those tickets now. Because that's the only way I'm going to actually make it. I'm going to go tomorrow. Is challenges not in theaters no more? Oh, there it is. I'm like, Endo, why are you all the way at the bottom of the damn list? Have you noticed shows seem less exciting near season 6? This new era of shows. Because, baby, back in the 90s and the 2000s, we were still going strong. Okay. They have challenges at 10. Is that too late? I feel like it might be a little late. I don't know what the fuck my neighbors are doing, but they're making so much damn noise. Whew. There's not really much out. That's when we had 20 episodes of seasons. I love shows back then. Exactly. Somehow they had double the episodes and they were still able to make it 10 seasons strong and be telling stories worth telling. I wonder. But also, that's back when, not to say that all studio heads knew what the hell they were doing, because there was still a bunch of white people making decisions and making the wrong decisions in a lot of cases. But right now, we are having an unprecedented time with tech giants eating up Hollywood, and they're not here to create, they're not here to tell story, they're here to try to make additional money and like innovate and scratch their own itches, tied to things outside of what film and television was built on, which is actually storytelling. So we're seeing shit like this because most of the major studios are now being either led by former tech leads or being bought into or trying to follow the trend of tech companies. Netflix is not actually a straight up Hollywood studio. Netflix is a damn tech company and they behave as such, which is why we get what they tried to say was revolutionary, while we get this conveyor belt of content with little to no soul and some projects that hit the mark. But for the most part, so many things are just drops in a bucket because they are more so focused on launching new every quarter, product updates. Like they run like a tech company, and that is not conducive for true storytelling. It's not even conducive for true creativity. So a lot of people who are in film and television now are being forced to create under ridiculous constraints that were never even meant to be applied to this particular industry, but seemingly work well, which they actually, when you really unpeel the veil, it don't work well in tech either, but like seemingly work well in tech, but definitely don't work well in Hollywood. So we're running into trash story after you get past like season 3 and 4, because the executives are they're looking at analytics above everything in reference to number of eyeballs that watch, number of subscribers, blah, 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 blah. And they don't correlate the need for whoever's behind it to have whatever they need within their creative process to facilitate that creativity. So you have kind of like creators on this production plan, which that never works. Like deadlines are one thing for creatives, but like to sterilize the process down where they're like shrinking writers' rooms so they don't only want to pay for you to have enough writers, if any writers in the room at all. They want to shrink the amount of time that you get to have in the writers' room. So they would go from like, people used to break story for like 6 weeks, 6 to 10 weeks, and now they want you to break story in like 3 weeks. Like that, all of that is feeding into why we get shitty ass storytelling later on down the line, because you launch something, you start something, it was this person's baby or this person's brainchild and idea, and they had all this time before Netflix acquired it or before Hulu acquired it. And when they went, they had like their little Bible. Like me, like I have my show, I have a half-hour dramedy that I've already put together my own writer's room for, and we scripted out 14 episodes. They got to be edited now because it's been a little bit of time, but they're there, and we had all the time in the world because I wasn't under any constraints. I haven't sold the show yet. I have another 1 hour drama which I wrote the first episode for, which is just a pilot, but I also have a series Bible, and I've spent so much time, that one is my baby, but I've spent so much time just like crafting out who each of these characters are, what are they motivated by, what scares them, what excites them, like all of those things. And that's when you wind up getting like really great meaty story that can persist. But then once I sell that, right, like let's say I sell that project and we go into season 1, I got all this shit planned out because I had all this stuff in my mind and I had jotted it down before. Maybe I got enough in reference to like material for season 1 and season 2, but as the constraints get bigger, as you know, the budgets increase with each year, and executives don't even really understand. They're not giving me 3 months to figure out what season 3 looks like. You know what I'm saying? Or like maybe providing me with the same setup that I might have had before, where I had nothing but space and opportunity. They're like, oh, maybe like this is a great example. So like, let's say I sell the show. We made season 1. They immediately green light for season 2. Great. And what I have already done in reference to coming to the table is like backstory and work. So I have enough for that. We might be into production for season 2 and they start testing and they immediately want season 3. So they got to yank my ass out of production to go and now try to carve up a season 3 so that we can do a very quick turnaround end of season 2's production, even that hasn't even started premiering yet, because they like this idea, but they don't understand all of the things that need to play out. They don't give you time and space to really let certain things breathe, for you to really engage with the audience, for you to take in some of those things. And then some stuff might go a little bit too long, and then people are freaking people and they got bills. So there's creatives who are working on one thing, and then a network takes forever and don't want to greenlight something, and then they have to go get another job. So then they go work on another project, and now all of a sudden this thing gets greenlit over here. It's like, oh, I got to come back and work on this, but I'm still working on this. And it's a lot of that happening right now too, if you're lucky to be working. So I said all that to say it's a lot that's going into series falling short in season as they get up there. And I'm blaming a lot of it on the executives. Yep. And I wouldn't even say that they inherently are trying to cancel the good shows. I think that they might be canceling the bad shows because they cost too much money and they take too much time. So the good shows are probably having showrunners or writing teams that are fighting for them to have what they need to actually continue the quality of that show. And the bad shows are the ones that are like, all right, we'll get it done in 4 weeks. We'll do da-da-da-da-da. Like, here you go. They just going to spit out the pages and take the check. Now, that's not the case for everybody, but I would imagine that's happening for a lot of people. Yeah, so for the dramedy, we already wrote 14 episodes because I plan to produce that myself anyway. But in my pitch doc, so when I was going to like try to sell that, in my pitch doc, I have plans for the first 3 seasons. So up until that, it's already been thought of in reference to story arcs, where these characters are going, plot points, yada yada yada. All of that's in my pitch doc. But I've only written the first season, right? And my writer team has only written the first season. So we're good up until season 3. Now it really depends on what's the circumstances. Like, let's say I sell it. What's the circumstances leading up to season 4 on if we can put in just as much time and just as much effort and just as much energy into cultivating season 4 and 5's storylines as we did, season 1 and then My Light Blue Sky and of season 2 and 3. I kind of want to, let me see. I don't know if I have it on my Google Drive. I'll show y'all. This is an older version of my pitch deck. I can show you. Okay. Oh, but this thing is about to die, so I can't take it off of here. Okay. Y'all gonna have to bear with my ass. Okay. I wasn't supposed to show y'all the name, but that's this is the deck that I took out. When was that? 2022. So logline, creative statement. So basically why I created the show, why I'm the right person to tell it. And since it's just used as like an example for like Rain, the main character, she has that vibe. These are not people who are actually attached to the project, but this is what we wanted to like look like basically. Couple of themes that's going down in the series. We tell, of course, the tone and the style. We say who the main characters are, give details on each of them. Oh, I actually have a little blurb for season 4. I didn't even realize I still had that. But season 1, this is just like an overview of what season 1 is, season 2, season 3, season 4, like what's going to happen with these girls. These are the supporting cast. What the audience will love. Make sure I want to put that on there. But that's my pitch deck. My actual one that I use for, I think I used that for 2 meetings, but I have updated it since then. What the fuck? Why isn't this thing going down? Hold on, y'all. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. I did it myself. I do a lot of things myself, I'm gonna be quite honest. So when a show gets 2 seasons, they're basically writing 3 seasons. Not always. I ain't gonna hold you. All they gotta do is write me my first check. I mean, that's a little bit difficult, so I can't even say like this isn't something I think that people should be held to. But I would be thinking about this well past wherever they greenlight me for, just because the experience as an audience member of like not having, and unfortunately it would mean I would be putting myself in a position to do work for free to like be able to meet the constraints or whatever. But I would, in this new day and age, I would. Like the moment I sold this or my other project, I would be like starting, at least on the back end, in some kind of way, drafting out what the next seasons look like. Because they like want to rush you and give you the most minimum amount of resources to do the shit. And it's like, you're creating something from nothing, like literally nothing. And when you're writing, at least if you're trying to write really, really well, You got to think about everything for every single person that appears in the world, no matter if they are the lead or the supporting, even like the little one-off like background people. Why are they there and why are they doing what they're doing? What are they needed for? Like, you have to think about all of these things. And that's the shit that the tech giants don't really think about, I don't think. I feel like shows used to have a cohesive idea of what potential further seasons could address, but now shows fall apart the longer that they on. Yeah, yeah. Um, this series, y'all, I created it as a like a nod to Black women and how much alike we are, even amongst all our differences. So this friend group, they're all three very different women in very different stages in their lives, financially, spiritually, mentally, romantically, but they all have the same desire to be seen, heard, and felt. So season 1 is really about identity and how we try to like find our identity within partnership or romance. Season 2 is like after you abandon that, what are the other things that we use and we try to grab onto? So I guess the series as a whole is a conversation about around Black women and identity. And although we have a bunch of differences that make us like the nuance that make us different, we are all very much the same in reference to our core, which I hope will have us like empathize a little bit better with various people. Like I have a married person, I have a hoe, I have the like serial monogamous, and like I want to be able to have certain conversations amongst these stereotype persons, to just show like at the core, we all just want to be good, happy, loved, positive, yada yada yada. But like season 2, after a bunch of the things that happened in season 1, it's like, okay, so you can't lean on who you love. Now what you gonna lean on? And some of them, 2 of them is more into career, but we already know what that, like your career ain't gonna really hug you at night. Like ultimately, I want to have a conversation about the importance of Black women loving oneself. And a lot of the times, or at least what I have experienced, is like the more I have been able to show up within some of my friendships with Black women and love them, the deeper I've been able to love myself and getting to a place of commonality and really understanding how much we are alike. So like that's kind of what I want to discuss with this series. But season 1 is heavy on identity and romance. Season 2 is more about career and then making risque choices. Season 3, which I don't even remember. Let me go to the little notes that I have actually. And I also have like a little Bible that I wrote. Oh, season 3. I was like, yeah, okay. The moment I read this, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Season 3 is like when you think that you got it, like when you think that you like hitting your stride, and then life still mink, 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 you know. And then season 4 was what I could imagine maybe the series ending is all about what does their happily ever after get, and what does their happily ever after look like, and will they get it? I hope the whole is light skinned woman. I feel like sometimes dark skinned women are typecast as either the hood rat or the Jezebel. The hoe is not light skinned, actually. But 2 of the leads are dark skinned. So one is the serial monogamous and one is the hoe. But I feel like the whole story that we tell with our hoe, it just becomes very clear why she hoeing. Like it's so clear, and it's not to demonize her at all. Like she, for the first half of season 1, I feel like women are gonna be looking at her like, yeah, I need to be her. Cause that's how I wrote it. Like, I have never been able to cultivate a hoe phase, but if I did, it would look like what the fuck Micah's life looked like with some more money. Because she just has a certain level. Micah was written. This is crazy. I did not think I was going to be sitting here about this, and I know that this was actually going to be interesting, but like now, and like I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a separate live dedicated to like how I crafted these things. Anyway, Micah was crafted thinking about what I believe people will think that the sexual liberation movement looks like, but if it actually was a thing. Because I think that a lot of women who have been spewing certain talking points around sexual liberation, yada, 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 we're still playing into the patriarchy and like acceptability for men by way of being promiscuous. But like Micah is literally not doing this shit for the niggas. Like at all. At all. But you also learn halfway through why is she doing it, and you can understand it. And that's just the thing for me. I don't have a problem with people living different lifestyles than mine, because also what you eat don't make me shit. But I particularly don't have a problem with characters who like live lifestyles that I might not agree with if I can understand how they got there. That'd be the number one thing for me when I be having struggles with certain characters, because it's like if it don't make no goddamn sense of why you doing it, then I'm just kind of like, no, next. And I really try really hard, and we, not just me, because again, it's already 14 episodes written, and that was not just me. I had a writer's room of like 6 people. But we talked heavily about each of these characters, and Micah specifically is having a conversation around confidence in one area that also becomes a mask or overcompensation for like the other areas within your life. And then also the characters, I have them, a lot of what one girl might lack, the other girls have, and what the other girls have, somebody else might lack. And that is done purposefully, because we don't even realize a lot of times how important it is when we're making decisions around friends and who we decide to occupy time with, that is a way in which people around you in your community can feed you in reference to showing you, teaching you, or just being an example for some things that you actually need in your life. And I don't think that we're as intentional when we're cultivating friendships and thinking about that. So Micah serves specifically in the sex realm as that for at least one of the other characters. Why do I need to call? Who do I need to call to get this project agreement? Listen. I've taken a few meetings, and unfortunately, nobody has bought. I've gotten great feedback of like loving it. They also like, one of the strongest pieces of feedback I got was like they would have bought this show in 2018, because it feels like what was popular at that time, and it is like a nod to like girlfriends and living single. And I think with the themes that I decided to use and how specific I chose to like write about it, because basically when I go into a pitch meeting, not only did I show them this deck and like have this conversation, answer all their questions, but I also typically send the first episode, so they got to see what the first episode was. It's not like any of the like microwavable shit that's being put out right now. So some people would like pass because it's just like, well, no, I don't know if anybody wants this. We're moving into a different place. And I'm just like, no, I think that if we give people this again, they will vibe with it. But a lot of people aren't seeing the vision just yet. And I'm also a no name. I'm like, I really want to move forward and like produce it myself and just put it on Erica Vane TV. But like on the back end, if I do like still take any conversations right now, I'm just trying to have conversations with like attaching a really prominent executive producer. So like I need to reach out to Gabrielle Union's production company for another project that I'm working on with the actress homegirl. But like I would like, oh, I also have this other thing. And if she signed on to like executive produce it, then I would be like, oh yeah, let's push it again. But I also feel like the feedback I've gotten in reference to it being good but not of this time is also because I am not a name yet. So they're less likely to greenlight it. Have you thought about putting your shows on YouTube? Yes, Angela, that's the goal. Actually, I still need money to do it, but like, so Erica Vane TV. Before, of course, it was like a component to my blog where I would, cover red carpets and do like film reviews and event reviews and all that kind of stuff. But a couple years ago when I restarted it and it was really focusing on, I think, Power and All American at the time, and All American is what took off and what started to blow my channel up. The criticism only came because I have these conversations about television shows anyway. So like I used to call my cousin after every All American episode and we would talk because he's a truck driver for UPS, and we would talk All American. And then I came across Mark Dark's page, I believe, which led me to other people. But Mark Dark was the very first one. And I'm like, yo, this sounds like my conversations with Bill. Like, maybe I should just record it. So I started to do that. And it kind of like took off. But my goal was always like build an audience with the audience that I hope to serve. So like my thing is like I'm having conversations with y'all on a day-to-day basis and y'all watching the type of stuff that I write. So when it comes time for me to drop something, hopefully I have built up a certain audience that will at least watch the first episode, maybe even all of the episodes of the thing that I watch. So that's the goal. Erica Vane TV is going to be shifting into doing original narrative projects, and I ultimately want it to be like its own channel, its own lane. And I'm really trying to figure out how to do that because I can have it stand on YouTube, but I'm also thinking about strategic partnerships. Like I am currently right now like researching what's going on with like Samsung TV, because if you have a Samsung monitor or television, they have their own like cable, which is not really cable, it's free, but they have their own guide, and like some places have their own dedicated channels, and I'm like trying to figure out how I can get like an Erica Vane TV channel on some of those things. And then I would also like have a exclusive narrative original projects like this one that will live there. So yeah, you might be seeing this on Erica Vane TV if we can get enough money to shoot it. What made you want to write? Like, has it been like this when you were younger? No, not at all. I was supposed to be a doctor. I did like draw and like color and I journal when I was younger. And the only thing that I could say from my youth that might point to this a little bit is like I wrote in one journal when I was younger that I wanted to be a Renaissance woman. But aside from that, I always wanted to be a damn doctor. And it wasn't until 2013, I think it was, when I did the press junket for Selma and was talking to Ava DuVernay, and she was talking about her pivoting out of PR and becoming the director. That I was like, oh, that's a thing. Like you can do that. Like I have always loved television. I've always loved film. I've always really related to characters because of how I grew up. I like idolized a lot. Like I idolized Moesha Mitchell. I idolized Joan Clayton. Like I idolized certain people or certain characters, but I never really saw myself writing them or creating them, or even I never even really thought about how the shit was made ever, like ever. But I started a blog in, I guess it was 2009 now, which allowed me to like cover events and go to like album releases and premieres and blah 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 blah, which launched me into the whole media space. I had no background on it, so I decided to get an internship with Vibe and Blue. So I was going back and forth to New York, working for free and like just trying to learn as much as I possibly could. And then all of that led me to like doing the press junket for Selma, which led me to hearing Ava's story and be like, oh shit, that's a thing. And then even after that, it took me, I don't think I wrote my first script until 2016. And even that I did in Evernote, which I've talked to you about that story before. And then I had a blogger friend who had made the jump, who moved from like North Carolina to LA, and he had transitioned out of blogging and started screenwriting, but now he like, well, he also works in reality television. So he like produces and writes for like Sweet Life, which was Issa Rae's reality show, Real Housewives, shit like that. He was really pushing me, like telling me what to do in the beginning, but all of it has been just like kind of serendipitous and like, oh well, I wonder, and then me trying and doing and then continuing. It was never it was never a thought when I was younger at all, at all. Um, yeah, like what's the motivation? I definitely want to see the two dark skin leads. So it's a three ensemble. Two of the girls are dark skin and one is light skin. The light skin is a model and she's married and she is a handful, honey. Leah, Leah's ass is a handful. Let's do some fundraising. Listen, I need to honestly. I have the budget that I need to go back and look at and like really commit to doing it and seeing if we could come up with the money because I really would love to make this project and I think people would really enjoy it. And we put a lot of work not only into the women but the men, child. These men are deep and on so many levels. Like I'm gonna show y'all the men again. Cha, cha. Like it's taking me back to the writers' room and like all the conversations that we had and coming up with these characters and certain things about them and what they were going to do and why they were going to do it. And when it came to writing these damn men, child, stressful but also very cathartic because men be menning. But it's dope. Like I really love Michael as a character. He is Leah's husband. And God bless his heart. God bless his heart, honey. In addition to like this being a conversation about black women and how we identify not only in the world but with one another and all of that, right? I wanted the men to not just be props. So the men go on their own goddamn journeys and we're having very real commentary about black men in America. But I think from a very holistic place. And I really enjoy all the things that get discussed with each of these men. Child. Oh, I need to see this project. I need to make this project because this is like now I'm like looking at my deck again and I'm getting reminded of so much and I'm like, yo, this is so good. We make so many decisions in life and it's not necessarily that it's a wrong decision, but it could be hurtful in the moment, it could be a distraction in the moment, it could be the thing other than what you to do, but you're being led by your childhood trauma. Like all of that is play like that happens in this show and it's like, oh. Okay, I'm about to read y'all one of these descriptions. Y'all tell me what what it says to you. But be mindful. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. No, tell me the truth. Like for real. Tell me the truth. Okay. 31 years old. Avery is an accountant and Rain's ex-boyfriend. A recovering fuckboy, he reemerges seeking to re-enter Rain's life for unclear reasons. He seems to have changed, but he can't seem to communicate what he really wants. Though he was the reason for their tumultuous breakup, Rain's not completely innocent and he wants her to know it. Ah, I gotta make this. Maybe this moment had to be part of your 30-day journey to get your show on TV. Maybe, child, because I haven't actively pitched this show in a while. And I ain't gonna hold you. I went through definitely like moments of, oh, it's not gonna happen. Oh, I'm never going to get this. And like looking back at it, I'm just like, bruh, this show needs to get made. Child, my audience will love statement. Audiences will love Hershey Me, the series, because it will make them feel something. Love, hate, relate, and everything in between with Rain, Micah, and Leah. These three black women represent a few types of black women that many can and will resonate with. Their missteps, thoughts, actions, or inaction will strike viewers as a path that they have previously traveled, the road they prayed away, or a reason to celebrate. The toxic tendencies and lives displayed on screen with our girls in their world create valuable, nuanced, healing conversations that expose our most vulnerable areas and decisions in life and push our audiences not to run from them. It will appeal to the millennial black woman. Um, you can do it. You have subscribers who believe in your talents. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I gotta do something. We gotta get this made. Okay, Erica. Now I'm trying to add this back to the top. Damn to do this. All right, I'm gonna show y'all the cover one more time before I put this shit to bed. Get back to what I was doing. It's such a vibe. I love this cover so much. Okay. Well, thank y'all for going down memory lane with me for a second. I don't remember what question was asked that kind of brought me there, but I appreciate it. I really do. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm. What can you do to help? You have been very helpful thus far. Um, until I get like an actual fundraising campaign going and do some front facing promo where you guys can like share nothing. Um, But y'all can hold me accountable right now and like keep tapping in. Like, hey Erica, where we at with her, she, me? Because I do need to do something with that. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. But this was great because this even brought it back to like front of my mind. Gonna be on my neck about this. Your talent, your work needs to be seen. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I don't think people realize, or at least I didn't coming into it, the stamina that you need as a creative, and like that. That's one of the projects I have that's actually ready to go for the most part. Aside from like maybe some tweaks because I haven't done anything to the script in 2 years, but that's ready to go. Fam is just one, and that I wouldn't want to do myself because I will want a really big budget. Like Fam, damn, I didn't even mean to say the damn name of the untitled drama series that I definitely want to sell to like a studio because I need a ton of money for it. But Hershey Me, I don't need a ton of money for. I just need that could be done indie for real and that be done well. Um, but like Fam, I definitely want to sell because it's also like going back and forth between LA and Baltimore. Like I want to have very true elements, and that's gonna cost. I have a thriller that I film that also well, actually I could see Tyler producing it, so like that would be great. Um, but the stamina part that I'm speaking to is like we create these things, but then we also are like still trying to survive. So like everybody has like a day job or doing things to survive, and it gets crazy when part of what you're doing or what you want to do you're not necessarily making money off of it yet. So there's so much energy and effort that's required to actually create the thing, but then to go out and try to sell and or market the thing and find money for the thing, that's another thing. But then you also still have to do what you need to sustain yourself. So that's also part of it. Like it's just it requires a certain level of stamina, um and being able to balance and manage certain things, because in the midst of like me being brilliant or creative or really great, I still got to survive in LA. Um, yes, love it. This is definitely going to be good. I think people will love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What's the setting of this show? The three black women. It's here, it's based here in LA. But none of them are from LA. Um, one is from New York, one's from Baltimore, and is Leah from Arkansas? I think Leah's from Arkansas. But they all are living in LA. Two of them are roommates. And they all met in college. Is YouTube my main job? Yes. Now, as of like this year, because last year I dropped a bunch of clients so that I could focus on making more content and like my personal projects. So as of 2024, yes, YouTube is my main job. But I'll be doing so many things, but you don't know what they are. I need a day in your life video. I do need to do a day in my life. So, the gist of it is like YouTube is the main thing. I have one and a possible client right now because this possible client is a second client from my celebrity client. Um, but they require a little bit more, but they don't realize like the budget. They got to get their budget together. But my celebrity client is super low maintenance and it's so easy, which is why I still have her. And I do social media management and digital strategy for her. Um, and then of course my YouTube. Um, those are like the two main things. I also work for my damn family's business, and that is just what it is. My dad has a few businesses in Detroit, and then we also have property in St. Thomas, and I do like I'm basically the secretary of that, but that doesn't like pay me consistently or pay me at all for the most part. Aside from when my dad want to slide me here and there. Um, so that's like the gist. I'll do like odd things and like freelance little projects for various stuff like producing. I had a platform called Create Her Collective, which I might bring back, but all of that was like work I did completely for free, and everybody who worked with me actually worked for free. Um, and that was really just about uplifting Black women in entertainment by featuring Black women and getting like sharing their stories for like the next whoever coming up. So like we shot Lynn Whitfield, we shot Brisha Webb, we shot Shatira Morganell, Gabrielle Dennis, uh, what's that girl name? Mm-mm-mm. Damn, let me forget my damn cover stars names. Navia Robinson. Um, all of that was like work I was doing for 2 years, but wasn't getting paid any for it. But producing all of those shoots and hiring those folks involved and doing the interviews and yada yada. So I do a lot. I have a lot of skill set. Like I do video production, directing, writing. As you can see, I do a lot. Is that the job? You drop clients from social media management, digital strategy. Part of it. So Vane LLC is a digital media production company, and under that, I had digital strategy, which social media will fall under that. I still have the company. I just don't take on clients as much as I did before, and I'm not actively looking for new clients. And there's nothing wrong with that per se. It's just it requires a whole lot of time, and I found myself like not being able to go to acting class, not being able to write. Like it was just a lot to juggle. So the moment that my YouTube started to do well, or do better, I'm like, okay. And actually the first 2 years, I guess, with YouTube, I was making decent amounts, but I still kept my clients because I was using that to pay my editors versus taking the money for myself. So as I transitioned and dropped clients, I also well, some people just moved on. Like one of my editors, I love her so much, Abby. She got scouted and went to a bigger channel, a bigger YouTube channel, and I'm so proud of her for this because she was able to use like before that I was on a YouTube channel she had worked for, and she was able to use like what she did for me to like get hired by those people. And I'm like, that's so fucking dope. So I lost one editor then, and I had one that I was like struggling along with. And then she wanted to pivot and she got sick and she also wanted to pivot. And it just serendipitously, I was also just like, okay, well, I don't feel like training nobody new. I don't have time for that. I'm gonna just thug it out. Because it's a lot. Like managing the team and balancing the team is a lot of work in addition to like the creative stuff. So as that was happening, I'm like, okay, then I would just assume this is like I'm just paying myself to do certain work that so and so used to do but don't do it anymore. And then I'm like, okay, but then I need to get rid of this client and this client because this is taking up this much time and I don't have time to do this. So I kind of just like segued into this. That's how YouTube wound up being my main job, honestly. The moment I stopped paying my last person, and then didn't hire anybody else, I was like, oh, okay, well, I need to give all my time to this. Is that the job? Yes. Child, we've been on here 2 hours. I gotta get ready to go walk Coley for his evening walk, even though he's still napping. Sir, any other questions, y'all? What's an event you have coming up that you're excited for? I don't. I don't really have any. I'd be going to this panel on Saturday. I don't know. I'm really like particular. Well, we talked about that a few lives ago. I'm working on this. I really don't like to go outside. I mean, I like to go outside and like walk and like rollerblade and like surf and shit like that. But like industry events, I'm just kind of like, oh. So I don't really have anything I'm really excited for. I might be traveling abroad in August for a friend's birthday to a place that I really wanted to go, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So like I'm excited for that. Still trying to figure out what I'm doing for my birthday next month. I have no goddamn idea. I have things that I want to do, but I haven't committed to anything yet, which sucks. And I'm just like, girl, you need to freaking commit. That's what I'm excited for. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm very weird, Shanoa. I'm very weird. Like the BET Awards is coming up, and I might be there. If I'm in LA, I'm gonna go to the BET Awards. I'm not excited for it. It's just a lot of. That's the thing. That's what I'll say. These industry events are work, so things shift when you're not just doing something for the love of it or for the fun in it or for the hobby in it, but it's actually your job. It don't hit the same. It could still be have fun moments, but it really don't hit the same. So even the things I'm like thinking of, or like things I might want to go to in reference to like moving the channel forward or getting access to certain things, like there's a desire there so that I can grow. But I'm not necessarily super excited for it because I know the work that it takes, if that makes sense. I'm sorry. I feel like a very Debbie Downer way to put that, but that's just as truthful as I can get. Do you still have your hair business? I saw your video on your channel about it from a while ago. Technically, yes, but it's not open and selling right now. And I've been thinking about if I want to bring that back. It just got rough. Like COVID happened. My suppliers are based in China and everything shut the hell down, and it was very hard to import things and all that. And I never really picked it back up from COVID. But I loved it. I really loved it a lot. But as of right now, we're not actually open and selling. Like the most I do is like private things. I still have some stock and I'll sell to like people I know who need certain things, but it's not like public. Do you have a list of executive producers you want to pitch to? Not currently. I want to have a conversation with Gabrielle Union's production company, with Kerry Washington's production company. But other than that, no. I probably should create an updated list. You know, it's time for your walk. Y'all, he do not play. He know what time it is. I don't know how. His little internal clock be like, it's time to go on a walk. It's time to eat. It's time to sleep. Yes, you. Yes, you. So no, I don't have one right now, but I probably should create one. An updated one. I used to have one. Colleen? How was your nap, buddy? How was your nap? Was it good? All right, last questions, y'all. Any other questions? All of the things. We don't have enough time, y'all. Because he's another thing. It's like, why aren't you making money? Sir, you're very cute. I mean, his hair is cut, so he looked different. But you're very cute. You should be making all the money like all them little pet influencers. He ain't doing it because I record him all the time, but I don't actually post it. This is another thing I could be doing. Getting his freaking pet social media accounts up so that, boom, you're contributing to this household, sir. There's so many things. Do you have a system for invoicing like QuickBooks or something? I don't use QuickBooks. I do a lot of things myself. my dad's company used QuickBooks, so I only have to use QuickBooks when it's for his shit. But I'm not paying for QuickBooks when I know how to use spreadsheets perfectly myself. I use the payment processor Stripe, and in that you can set up invoices, and that's what I use for my clients so that they automatically get billed every single month, whatever their retainer price is. And it does that for me automatically, and then I just keep track of all my bookkeeping and stuff in the spreadsheet that I have. Do you have a dream actress that you want to cast on one of your projects? Yes, I have a few. I have a few. I don't know if I want to say it here though, Shanoa, but yes, I have a few that I want to work with. Period. Like, yeah, I adore them so very much. I'll tell you one of them. Nicole Bahari is definitely one of them. Are you ready to go? You about to start whining, y'all. You gonna start whining because you know it's time? So crazy. This is why I feel like my life is dull. Whining. Because every day I do so much of the same stuff. Every morning I start my morning off walking him. Around this time every night, gotta walk him. I like to eat the same stuff. I didn't show y'all earlier, but I had a croissant and it wasn't enough. I had croissant eggs or whatever after I did the oil change, and it wasn't enough because I was starving and I ain't eat nothing all damn day. So then I made avocado toast. But I be eating the same all the time. I did want to show y'all my patio garden. Oh, I got a little bit of charge so I can show that. Oh, hey, Coley, give me a second. Let me show y'all the atrocity that is downstairs. Cole is Cole, but I call him Coley. Stop staring at me like that. I know it's time to go. I be feeling so guilty because he knows so much. All right. All of them still got so much freaking work to do, y'all. So, like, don't judge it. But while I was gone and I wasn't going to be back for another week. I think the damn landscapers knocked my shit over. But he tried to, my HOA called me and was like, hey. So, this is a zucchini. It has so many blooms under here, but I gotta get ready to spray it with some neem oil because I'm starting to get a little bit of powdery mildew in certain places, and these leaves are like known for that. This plant is waterlogged, and I just realized that today, so I'm gonna have to take this off and drill into the bottom of it to free it. I was wondering why it wasn't growing, and this is supposed to be butternut squash, so I gotta do something to like save this. But this one is growing so much, like it grew all of this while I was freaking gone, and all of these flowers could potentially turn into zucchinis. Crazy, right? Crazy. I did a bunch of seeds in this, and this is the thing that fell over. So, like, y'all, this thing is cracked and everything now. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with it. But I moved the spinach here, which I need to trim because clearly something is eating this. And it fell over my little balcony here and fell out. So that's why it looks all rough and weird. This is another strawberry plant, which has a couple that are coming in. I honestly don't remember what the hell I planted. So all these little things here, I feel like it might be little lettuces, but I have no damn idea. So I gotta figure it out. Here too, I gotta figure it out. And again, these were all stacked up, so they fell over and like made a huge ass mess. And then this is a tomato. The soil that I use, I think, has all these damn mushroom spores in it. So I gotta keep plucking those. Oh, this is one of those. And this is downstairs. It's not much, but thank you. What did you thought? What did you think his name was? thought by saying like cold, like frigid. Yeah, I need to do this tonight. Because not you being waterlogged. That's why you can't thrive, honey. Anyway. Alright, I'm about to... I stepped on something. I gotta take my dog on a walk, y'all. Again, nice talking to y'all. I can't believe I've been on here for 2 damn hours. I gotta make a bunch of power videos tonight. Somebody was like, oh, how do you know that Diana's pregnant? Don't y'all see that big ass pregnancy poster in the back? I'm like, you know what? That's what I'm here for. That's the downstairs one. So the top one looks so much better, but we're gonna get the downstairs one together. I got more upstairs just because it gets full sun. And I had to be careful about what I put downstairs. But I'm surprised that zucchini was growing. It's growing like that. And the violet is coming back, y'all. Look, she's opening up. I love it. This is upstairs. I got strawberries coming all over the place now. So I'm like, what am I finna do? I feel like they exponentially growing, which is great. But child, like this, y'all. We got more flowers. Remember I was so worried? Not much else has changed actually. I still didn't spray this, so clearly these leaves are gonna be gone by tomorrow if I don't get my shit together with this. Cause whatever is eating it is fucking it up. Okay. I might take Cole to like the hill I like to walk at so I can go to Home Depot and get the neem oil. Child, I was worried. I was like, not all my damn African violets died, but they go through cycles. So it'll do that all summer, I believe.